everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do my July TBR. So I typically don't do TBRs, like month-long TBRs, just because I like to be able to like put things on hold at the library and just kind of mood read as I will. And I always am putting things on hold at the library like digitally, and you never know what's going to pop up. Like I have a list of like 11 holds, and some of them might come up, and that will throw everything off. And if I make a plan, I like need to keep that plan. I am like one of these completionists that if I say I'm going to do it, I have to do it. And so I don't typically make TBRs. However, I'm going to for this month because there's two things going on that I really want to participate in. And so we've got the Roll Your Next Read, which is it's a summer long readathon, I guess, going on, hosted by Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand and Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. And I think it's really fun. It's just kind of a fun TBR game, a way of building your TBR. And so I'm going to pick 5 books, and it is June, July, and August, but I'm only going to aim this for the month of July. And I'm going to pick 5 books from that. And then there's also the Catch-Up-a-thon, which is hosted by Krista from Books and Jams, as well as Amy from Amy's Bookish Life. I think they are hosting the Catch-Up-a-thon Round 2, which is a readathon targeted at catching up on your Book of the Month books. And so I'm going to be doing that. That's a 2-week readathon. So I'm going to pick a few books for that, a few books for this roll your own reads, roll your next reads, whatever, and let that kind of guide my July reading. So what we're going to do first is roll your next read. So I'm going to I've got this little dice from my kids' math box, and so I'm going to roll this, and the way it works is you roll twice, once for the top row, once for the bottom row, and it gives you kind of a trope or a prompt that then you find a book off your shelf. So obviously I don't know what books they are because I have not done this. So I'm going to pick 5, and I will use my phone here to try to capture footage of rolling this dice. So let's do the first roll. So we've got a 5 and a 6. Okay, so we got a 5 for the top row and a 6 for the bottom row. So that will be, let's see, 5 meets 6 at travel. Okay, let me see what I can find for travel. Okay, so for travel, I'm going to be reading The Chateau by Jacqueline Goldis. So this is a book about a bunch of girls who go to one of their grandmother's chateaus in Paris or something, Provence. Something, and it's their grandmother's, and then grandma gets killed. What happened? I don't know. Sounds good. I have liked Jacqueline Goldis before. I've read one of her like women's fiction, historical women's fiction, so it'll be interesting to see her kind of thrillery take on this. And this is an art copy of but it released on May 23rd, so this is out, and that will be my prompt for travel. So let's roll again. 3 and 6. Okay, so for the next one, we got 3 and 6. So let's see, 3 and 6, big. Let's see what I can find for big. Okay, so I think I'm going to do American Royals, and that's because this one is big. It is like 450 pages, and I think this is about like what would have happened if George Washington would have been a king instead of president, and what would have happened. I think it's really fun. I've heard great things about this. It says, when America won the Revolutionary War, its people offered General George Washington a crown. 2.5 centuries later, the House of Washington still sits on the throne. So this one sounds really good. So let's roll again. 6 and 3. We have 6 and 3, which is the opposite of what I just did. So let's check. 6 on the top, 3 in the middle, buzzword. Okay, so I think I'm going to do The Good Sister by Jamie Kane. Sister is a buzzword for me. So this is the Kinsey sisters live in an unconventional world. Their parents are former flower children who still don't believe in rules. Their small Northern California town is filled with free spirits and damaged souls seeking refuge from the real world. Without the anchor of authority, the 3 girls are adrift and have only each other to rely on. Rachel's wild, Asha is lost, Sarah, the good sister, is the glue that holds them together, but the forces of a mysterious fate have taken Sarah's life in a sudden and puzzling accident, sending her already fractured family into a tailspin of grief and confusion. Asha has questions, Rachel has secrets, and Sarah, waking up in the afterlife, must piece together how she got there. So this one sounds really interesting. Could be a huge hit, could be a huge bust. I've never heard anybody talk about it, so let's see. Now let's roll one more time. Well, 2 more times. Okay, we've got 4 and 4. Okay, 4 and 4. Let's see what we got. So 4 and 4, scary. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I left it downstairs, but it is I'm going to do The Last Word by Taylor Adams. So this one is about an author who is, this gal reads this horror book and leaves a 1-star review about it. And then the author comes after her and first politely is like, hey, please take down your review. I'm a new author. Like, I need help. I don't want to get this negative word out. And she says no. And so then he comes after her. So that sounds scary to me. And I just watched Angie from Science Mama, or Angie Henderson. She's got 2 channels. I just watched her do a little vlog about it, and she said it was scary. So I'm counting that for scary. So now let's roll one more time. 6 and 5. 6 and 5. Did we get this already? I don't remember. 6 and 5. No, color. Okay. What do I have for color? Let's see. Okay, so I might regret this because I'm making it kind of a thriller-heavy month, maybe. But Someone Knows by Lisa Scottolini is what I'm picking for color, just because the use of color in this cover is really interesting. All the shadows, all the blues and blues and purples and greens are really interesting. So I think this is an interesting use of color. So we're going to use that. So those are the 5 that I'm going to be rolling for the Roll Your Next Read. Now let's talk about Catch-Up-a-thon. And this year they're doing so last year the goal is to read your Book of the Month books, okay? But last year, it was you build your own burger. Well, this year they're doing Build Your Own Sundae. So it's an ice cream sundae edition. So for the base, the container, if you will, you can choose, and I'm choosing Waffle Cone, which is your newest Book of the Month book. Now, you guys, so I am really proud of the fact that the only 2 books from Book of the Month that I own that I have not read are The Last Word by Taylor Adams and The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. And so my newest is either of these, really. And either of these could count. I also am about to do my next In and Out, and so I've got a decent sized haul coming this month, so I might read one of those and just not do the Book of the Month part. But hopefully I will read The Soulmate as this prompt. And then for ice cream, you get to pick vanilla, chocolate, or twist. I am not a chocolate fan in any regard, so I'm going to say vanilla, which is a debut author. And again, I'm going to do a non-Book of the Month book since I only have the 2. So I'm going to do Block Party by Jamie Day, and I think this is just a suburban thriller about a block party gone wrong. Next is your sauce. You can pick hot fudge, caramel, or strawberry. I really don't like or if it's real strawberry, okay. If it's artificial strawberry, no. I don't like caramel. God, you guys, I'm picky. So I guess I'm going to do hot fudge, even though I just said I don't like chocolate, which I don't. But the cold and the hot, maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I would probably do no sauce because yikes. But dark cover. So I could say The Soulmate. I could say The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I could say this. I could say a lot of different things, but we'll say The Last Word by Taylor Adams. And then there's 6 different toppings that you can pick, and I'm just going to kind of see where things fall. So if I didn't say, this runs July 9th through the 23rd, so it's a 2-week readathon. I will probably vlog those weeks. Don't hold me to it. I don't know for sure. But I might vlog those weeks and let you know kind of how things shake out. But the toppings I'm not going to pick specifically, just because there's 6 of them, and I don't know which ones I'll do or not. But you can pick sprinkles, fruit, peanuts, candy, whipped cream, or cherry on top. I don't like cherries, but that one, you guys, I feel like I am talking like I'm the pickiest eater ever, which I guess I am. And it's the red Book of the Month logo. So I don't know what that means because this one's blue. I don't know. But anyway, so then the number of scoops in your sundae depends on the number of activities you do. So I will link the Google Doc or whatever down below so you can see this board for yourself, as well as the Roll Your Next Read. I will link both of those down below. So if you want to participate, you definitely can. And that is my TBR for July. So it feels a little thriller heavy. However, I also want to read If I Run. I want to read If I Run by Terry Blackstock because I've heard nothing but good things about this. A couple of you guys are really eager for me to read it. I have number 2. I have not found number 3 for a decent price, so we'll see. But this series is one that is older, and I've heard nothing but good things. So I'm going to try to throw this one in too. So it's going to be kind of a thrillery, suspenseful, drama-filled month, maybe, with American Royals thrown in there. I'm going to probably throw in some chick lit and stuff. You guys know I read quite a bit each month anyway, so we'll see if there's additionals or not. So that is my July TBR. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.